Anne here, aka Motherload. Today I have got these stickers that I've made, and I like them because you can make them any size you like, and you can also personalize them by using photocopies of your photographs, or you can write your names and use personal names and things like that. These ones I just did very generic with some old photographs off the vintage wrap and some other bits and pieces that I had lying around. Now I'll show you how I've done them and we'll come back to those later. Now I'm going to have to put this silicone mat down. I'm sorry because it makes it harder for the camera to see. I'm just going to tape it down so it doesn't move everywhere. Okay, now the first thing you're going to need is some double-sided tape. I'm fortunate enough to have this ginormous roll of double-sided tape. So if you haven't got one of these, then you can use a narrower one. I got this one recently from a craft shop. That's just double-sided tape. But there is a product, I think here it's called Jack paper, but virtually what it is just A4 sheets of paper that are sticky on both sides. Anyway, I'm going to take a piece of this. It doesn't have to be any particular size. So I'll just cut off a chunk like this. Okay, put it on the floor, and it's going to stick to me as well. Right, I'm going to just put a bit of tape on this too so that doesn't take off on me. There. Now, one of the reasons I like this as well is you get to use up lots of bits of leftovers. And you know me, anything that uses up all those scraps so you don't have to waste them, I love it. Okay. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is, I've got these pages that I've torn from a magazine. And I just sort of picked them because they were sort of nice colours. And one of them had some words on here, which I'm going to use. So I'm just going to tear that off. Excuse me, I've been off camera a sec when I just tear this word. So I'm going to put that down there first. I like to tear things rather than cut them with the scissors, because when you cut them you get a very harsh line, whereas when you rip them I like that more, whoops, more jaggy line that you get. Okay, we'll put that one down there. Now, I'm going to get some book page. This one's a nice German script. I just take little pieces and I'm going to stick them down, but not completely. I'm going to leave a little bit sticking up here so that I can pull it and get a sort of raggedy edge, which is what I like on book pages, where you just sort of get a glimpse of it. I'll put this one here, stick it down, but leave a little bit just to pull, to get that nice wispiness happening. This one here. Like that. Use this one here. Now don't worry if you get little bald pieces in between that are still sticky, because we're going to deal with those in a minute. virtually use every little scrap. There. Got this girl. I pop her there. Now, as you can see, this overhangs on the other things I've put on. Don't worry about that. That's going to be dealt with shortly. The other thing you can use are all your old bits of napkins. This is my tray of all the bits of napkins left over from previous jobs. I'm going to use some of those. So what we have here is some butterflies. Put that up there. That one down there. And another butterfly. We'll have one here. Use a little bit of that there. A little bit there. It says don't worry. And that's good. A little bit there. What I have here is a sheet of words that I've just printed out off the computer. So we might actually use a couple of those. Put that one there. No, there. Beautiful. Another one here that says blossom. That's a little fleur-de-lis. That's a bit of writing. As you can see, I'm using up all the tiny little bits. Nearly done. One more little piece for here. Okay. Now, once you've got the page covered, you're still going to have little sticky bits in between. So what we're going to do about that is take one of the white liners off your napkins, the bit you don't normally use, and place that down over the whole thing and press it down really, really well. In fact, I'm just going to run over it with the brayer just to make sure that that's sticking to all those little bold patches that I had. Okay. So you can see when I go to pull it off, there are some places where it's stuck and other places where it hasn't. So it's covered all those little bold pieces that were pole patches that were still sticky. And just pull that off. And there we go. Alright, now we're left with a bit of a mess because we've got all these raggy bits. So what I'm going to do is use this sanding block. You could just use a piece of sandpaper, but I happen to have this block and I find it's easier to just run over it and sandpaper off all those unwanted edges. Sorry about the noise. It's coming off a bit there. There we are. Now it's a bit messy, but you'll find it will take all those rough edges away and you'll be left with something that's very smooth like that. Now just to give it a little bit of extra coherence, I like to go over it with a little bit of colour or something. Now this is the end of my distress spray. It's the tiniest little bit left in the bottle that I've actually added water to, so it's very, very watered down, and the spray bit doesn't work anymore, so I'm just going to tip a little out on the table. In fact, I'm going to water it down even more. Just to absorb that. I'm just going to paint over the whole thing, just to give it, I need a little bit more. Just to give it an all-over kind of coherence, togetherness. There we go. It's not all covered. I mean, there you can see it's very patchy, but I actually like that. And where you've torn the edges, it seems to highlight them, and I actually like that look as well. Anyway, once you've done that, I think we can take it off the sticky silicone sheet now and go back to the white. Right, so what we've got now is this large piece that's got a backing on which we can peel off and will be sticky. And the front has got all these collage pieces adhered to it, and we've sanded it so it's all nice and smooth. Now, you need to let that dry, of course. But after that, you can choose whatever dies you like, whatever shapes you want, to cut out the pieces that you like. So you might want to have an oval shaped die there, or a square one. In fact, I'll just grab a die so that I can show you. So if I wanted to, I could, this is a set of round dies, I could make that into a round sticker like that, or this one, or any shape I like. Just have a look at your collage and decide where you want to have the shapes cut out, and then take them over to your Big Shot or whatever it is you cut with, and cut out your pieces. Okay, I've cut those out and I've got these nice big stickers now. Just one thing I want to do is to go around the edges with a little bit of archival ink, just to give them a little bit of definition, like that. Okay, anyway, I won't do them all just now, you get the idea. And there you go. You can make your own giant stickers or little ones, whatever you like. And they're all on hand, ready to use. So that's all for today. Yeah, stickers. Have fun. Thank you for watching.